I do? So over here, actually, let's flip these places so I can see chat a little bit better. But I guess just Streamlabs just in case I need to do anything. All right, so let's start getting stuff together. Go out to a 4 hour here. Hey Andrew, how you doing, man? Kyle, AK, what's going on, guys? How you doing? How you doing? It's been a good day so far. I got some great news to share with you guys, and I hope today you guys made some money as well. I am sitting pretty on the $100 account. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty impressed with what happened last night. Just the way it all worked out. Got lucky. All right. And it wasn't luck. It was preparation meets opportunity. That's what luck is. And I did have a bearish sentiment, but when we broke a certain horizontal, once more people get in, I'll kind of show that. Um, I got a close enough buy-in to get 100x. So uh, after the second trade, which was the short from the top, collectively we added about I think 1,300% because I took an oppositional trade. I took a long and I took a short, and the long got hit. The short did not. So I lost $40 out of the 100 towards the short, but the $60 made I think 900 and something percent before it got taken profit. And then we entered a short at the top. I think we made about only like 100%, but it was on $200. So right now, I mean, we can go check real quick. I think it's sitting around $750, something like that. Yeah, so we're sitting at $750 on the $100 account. I can prove it as well. This is the order history. You can see there was not that many trades made on it. So this was, I believe, the trade we made. Where was it? Where was it? It was a long close P&L. Never mind. Let's go to this one. So close P&L. This was the short. We added 0.017. And then this was a bunch of stopped out shorts because I kept trying to get a short entry, which eventually I got it and made up for everything else. But this was the long right here. We got in with 5,686 contracts with 100x. We got in at 7,800, pretty much exactly, and exited at 8623. So we made an absolute killing today. Absolutely wonderful. So we'll talk about what I kind of think is going to happen so far. You guys can see on my screen, I have these regions marked out. Um, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys kind of how I get those regions and how to use them effectively, uh, just to kind of get a better grasp on where you might want to take profit and where you might want to enter. So I can really go ahead and show you guys that. The point zero one account hit 0.21 today. Oh my god. That's awesome, man. I appreciate it. Mr. Thakas, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Bubble Boy, what's going on, guys? Alrighty. So, today we're going to talk about the VPVR as well as open interest. I haven't really done searching for particular uh, bearish divergences, but we do have a bearish divergence still on the 4 hour. Do we have anything on? I mean, we still have a lot of bearish divergences from over here, but a lot of people, they don't like to go back that far. Me in particular, I'm not too worried about it. I'm mostly focusing on the resistances that are in play right now. So you can see coming over here on price action, these two bottoms created a diagonal, which we are currently sitting at. I also am re-implementing Gone fans. I saw on CryptoFace's Discord, sometimes I go in there and see what people are saying, and somebody mentioned that they thought that I was not doing so hot and I was better with Gone fans. And I agree. And it took that person saying that to get me back on track. And I don't want you guys to be afraid. to criticize me, say I'm doing something wrong, doing something right. That's why I'm here. I'm not a god. I'm not here to give you the end all be all. I just want to learn, be the best I can. That's all. So, if you guys have any offers, in terms of criticism that is, viable, I'll take it. But essentially, we have the horizontal and the diagonal blocking us off here, as well as that we have macro gone fans in the way as well. And that's how I made the short trade, by the way. I went up to the 10-minute chart, got an exact entry on the gone fans, took it back down to about 86.30, I believe, something like that, somewhere around there, maybe 86.70. But we made a good amount off of that. And I am looking to get back into a short. So if you look at my buy bit here, I do have an active order ready to be placed at about 9,000. Uh, oh no, never mind, 8,900. So I'm trying to get a buy-in at 8,900 with a 91.50 as my stop loss. And I'll show you why. So let me go ahead and open up Trading Light here. And Caesar, what's going on, man? I'm sorry for not saying hi. Trading Light. So Trading Light, been using it for the past couple of weeks. I should have been using it earlier because I'm stupid. But essentially, Trading Light gives you a lot more information in terms of VPVR as well as open interest. Those two things alone are worth $10 a month. I can guarantee you that. And the reason why I promote VPVR on Trading Light rather than actual Bitcoin, now it's not too different, don't get me wrong. It's just that Trading Light has actual real time access to the trades that are happening rather than trades that have already occurred, which is a big difference sometimes, not all the time. But essentially, what you want to do is open up Trading Light, go to a higher time frame. This is not really something for the 5 minute, okay? And you want to zoom out. All right. Let's go ahead and just maximize price action here for a second. All right. So you want to go ahead and zoom out. And why is it bugging out on me? There we go. And what you'll notice is the VPVR, it's kind of hard to get it fine tuned based on zoom. Okay. Essentially right there. Okay. That works. So you can see I have these zones marked out with the VPVR. I'm actually going to add one right here as well. So what you're looking for is these massive spikes with very little in between. So essentially, that is a general location of support and resistance rather than an exact point based off of a line that you drew. And that's something huge that will help a lot of people is realizing that support and resistance is not a line. It's a general location, especially when it comes to macro GON fans and such. You have to realize this. So essentially, right now, we have a ton of support in this region. I do think that will consolidate for just a little bit, maybe a day, maybe more, maybe not. I don't really concern myself with how long a move is going to take. I just know that it's going to happen. So essentially, we could particularly come all the way up to about 9,100. Actually, let me zoom in just a little bit more here. I need to fine tune this. It's not going to let me, man. I was trying to get this exact. Let's move over just a little bit. Okay, so essentially, we could wick all the way up to 9,150 ish. Okay, so my stop loss is a little bit close, but I'm pretty confident that's not going to get hit. Now, you can see, I might be hard to see on your guys' screen, I'll be honest. Is there a way for me to change the. Nah, you can't change the colors on it. That is unfortunate. Can we change the width? Oh, we can change the width. That's helpful. Thank you. All right, cool. Actually, I don't know if that's helpful or not. I'm wasting your guys' time. I'm so sorry. All right, let's change that back down to something a little bit more manageable, like 20%. Okay. So you can see we have this massive spike above us, and this is our resistance. Our resistance in general location terms is between 9,975 to about 9,500. So 9,500 is the first place where we're going to really see resistance at. Right now, we're trapped in this general location between 9,150 and about 8,550. So, if you guys are in the Telegram, you guys know that I'm looking to take a short either at the top of this range or below 8,550. That way, I can kind of take a short all the way back down to about $8,000. All right, it's probably going to have a little bit of retest here and there down the way, but $8,000 is the next huge spike on the VPVR. So that's why I would be looking to take profits and potentially enter along. Now, if we so happen to break $8,000, it's going to be a lot of time before we actually make a decision because it's not particularly make or break. And what you'll see in the VPVR is there's areas that have a lot going on, and then there's areas that don't have a lot going on. So last night I said, based off of the VPVR, if we break about 7,950, we are going to the upside because there is nothing between us and around 8,700 once we break that resistance. And what happened? Lift off, baby. And that's where we got our long in. It was a great feeling. Absolutely killed it. And then when it comes to open interest, a lot of people have been asking me questions about it. Right now, it's kind of up in the air. Okay. What I expect to happen is we have broken a massive pattern on open interest to the downside. So what I'm expecting to happen is us to find momentary support down here somewhere and then have a retest of that support and confirm resistance. If we don't confirm resistance, we continue on upwards, it's probably going to be a massive short. So open interest is basically how much money is looking to get into the market and actually trade. Okay. So think about it logically. If you have a ton of money, you are not going to get into an asset that is pumping because it's only a matter of time before it actually turns back down to the downside and tries to retest some support. If a asset is dumping, you want to get into the market because it's only a matter of time before it retests resistance. So that's why we do that. And essentially, if we go ahead and double this up, you can see every single time that open interest has hit a support, if you would have gone short, you would have been able to get the move. Whenever it hits resistance, such as right here, you can enter a long and get the move. Right here, we hit resistance. You could have got into a long and got the move. All right, so there's many, many different options when it comes to trying to catch the wave. One of the simplest things that people neglect is MACD crosses. I heard this brought up in a Telegram today, and I don't know why it took me so long to talk about it, but I'm not talking about 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute MACD crosses. I'm talking about large time frame crosses. Okay, so you can see the last cross here was at about 7,100. You could have easily taken along, waited for an actual cross back. It looked like it was going to get pretty close here, but it didn't. So, MACD crosses, that's something definitely that I do on my macro account. Obviously, not with 100% of the portfolio, but on the daily MACD crosses, generally, it's a good way to buy and sell on a macro scale without much thought. Now, you're not going to get the exact top and you're not going to get the exact bottom, but you're going to save yourself some headache. So if you guys want to try that out, go ahead and do so. And what I do is I take the VPVR, I find those regions, and then I apply them to my chart, essentially making sure that I understand them and I can see them at all points in time. So that's something that you guys might want to do as well. But besides that, I mean, I do believe that we're going to hit resistance. We're going to fall back down to either get a bounce at 85 or break 85 and fall down to about 8K. So that's kind of my thought process on Bitcoin at the moment. We can go ahead and switch to ETH real quick. ETH, I kind of got some stuff marked out already. You can see that we're hitting resistance on this bottom horizontal support for the previous move. You can see it acted as resistance here. That's what you guys are looking for when you're looking for these particularly strong supports and resistances is multiple retests on each side, not just one side, on each side. So you can see we got one right here, 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 and we're doing it again here as well. Does that have any relevance? Also, right here as well. Boom, boom. So you can see how I can go back and I can just find all these points where it tests that line. Okay. And that's how we came to the decision last night to take the long. So I do think that this is eventually going to turn into a double bottom head and shoulders pattern, but we might turn back around. We might fall back down to about 183 ish. Like I said, it's probably going to be somewhere in this zone. I can't call the exact number. Not a magician here, but probably somewhere around here. Could go as low as 155. So you'll probably see somewhere around 175 ish on average, unless we break that resistance. But you have to keep in mind that we don't have a whole lot of room to the upside, to be honest. We only have a little bit until we hit this macro diagonal, which, if we did break that, it would be absolutely monstrous for Ethereum. I just don't think it's quite time yet. I just spit all over my keyboard. John, how you doing, buddy? Isn't it close to 8,900? Yeah, we're sitting at 8865 at the moment. No problem, man. I'm late too. I'm sorry, guys. I lost track of time. I was sitting here just, doing some stuff, and I asked my roommate, and I was like, "Hey, what time is it?" He goes, 9:09. I'm like, "You gotta get out. I got a live stream. It is time to go. Time to go." Like I said, guys, I've been talking a lot of shit lately. I've been talking a lot of shit. I've been saying I'm gonna do things and then not staying consistent with it. And somebody in the comments called me out on it, which, like I said, criticism is criticism. I appreciate it. And he was something along the lines is you consistently talk about losing weight, but you don't do so. And he's true. So I actually am starting my fast. I started it 3 days ago. I'm doing a 20-hour fasting, 4-hour eating window. So far, so good. I just have to get through 2 weeks of pain and suffering, and then I'll be on the clean and green side. I promise you guys, if you guys never tried it, intermittent fasting, whether it's the 16/8 or the 24, yeah, it just makes you feel brand new because you are. Because it basically eats up all the dead cells, gives yourself new cells. So and also, the first 2 weeks, you can't really sleep because your body is basically relearning how to use its own fat for fuel, and during that process, it doesn't understand that you're trying to sleep, so it's just burning your fat, and it's like, "Dude, start going for runs," and I'm like, "Dude, it's 2 a.m. Body, body, stop. Just chill out for, like, 8 hours. You'll be fine." So, I absolutely love it. It's not, cumbersome at all. I don't know, every time I tried to do it in the past, I would always find some excuse to order pizza in the middle of the night. I just felt bad about it. So let's look at this. We got an underlying support here. I don't know if I want to call that a breakout just yet, but it does seem like it actually. I guess we'll just call that. All right, so that's Ethereum. We'll check out ARC's XRP. Let's see what that's doing. Good. We got some good horizontals marked out already. It looks like we're hitting this one right here in particular, though. I guess that makes sense actually. Around this region, you can see a retest here, here, here. So that makes sense while we're holding at it. Also right here as well. Okay, so we'll probably see it come back down. I don't know if we'll see it come back down all the way down to the diagonal support. I wouldn't think so, but it's a possibility. So a downturn here. Let's look at the fib retracements on this real quick. So yeah, it's hit the 1.618, so we're probably going to come back down to the 1 or at least the 1.272. So either 21.5 cents or about 20.5 cents is what I would probably be calling for. You do have a massive exaggerated bearish divergence right here on the RSI. Do I see anything on the MACD? Not really, not anything close. Um, oh, I recommend just deleting food delivery apps on my phone. It helps a lot. You don't have that's something I should probably do as well because DoorDash is my weakness. Gong fan. Is it worth setting up a Gong fan on open interest? I haven't exactly tried that. I'll get back to you on that. That does sound like a good idea. I know that setting up fib retracements on RSI. Haven't done it in the past. One of my students actually told me to do that, and it actually works out pretty well, especially on the higher time frames where you don't have so much going on. But It is something to do. I've been a sports medicine certified trainer for 20 years. Intermittent fasting and alternative day fasting is great, but you need a day or two where you eat your maintenance or above. So, I mean, when I'm doing the intermittent fasting, I'm actually eating more and that small period of time than I would normally throughout the day. And I lose weight, which is pretty cool. That's the benefit of it. I'm hitting my macros. I I drink a boost because I suck at dieting. So I try to get most, not all of my nutrients from that thing. I know that's for old people, but it tastes good. Tastes like a vanilla milkshake that got melted. By the way, I use WireX to buy Bitcoin. You got any opinion on it if it's good or not? I've never heard of it, so I can't give you an opinion. I've only ever bought off of Coinbase. I think I bought off of local Bitcoins like one time back when I was a kid because obviously I couldn't make a Coinbase account. So that's how I kind of got all my Bitcoin back in the day. Yeah. I mean, there's not much else to talk about. Let's talk about that one horizontal and why that was so significant last night on Bitcoin. Though, you guys have to forgive me when I'm squinting like this. It's not that I can't see. I just have beaming lights on top of me. All right. So this was the horizontal in particular. Okay. This green line right here. Okay. At about 7,755. Okay. And you can see I have a couple different points where that's marked out. You can see we tested it here as a retest for support to go upwards. We retested it here before we had the coronavirus drop. We retested it here as a swing high. We held it as support for many, many days, many, many weeks back here. And you can see it was the general location of a lot of support back here as well. So that is why that particular horizontal was so important and why I was willing to take a 100x trade off of it when I usually don't do that. And it paid off. It paid off big time. Let's see. I really want that short to get filled. Don't tell me it's turning back around. I'll go down to a 10-minute chart. So what I'm hoping for here is a bear flag, but we could get a head and shoulders, which would be unfortunate. But I really want that 9K buy-in. I feel more confident if I got that. Hope you don't mind me asking, but how much Bitcoin do you own? Just curious is all. And when did you decide to buy it? I don't particularly discuss, at least on live stream, how much I own. But I can tell you where I got my start. I sold candy back in high school, about freshman year or sophomore year, and I started with $8, and I flipped that $8 into 20 bucks, and I just kept doing it. I kept selling Airheads, Cokes, candy, Dr. Peppers, anything that people really liked. I would just buy and sell it. Uh, you know, usually cheap. So I was doing a lot of stuff. I kind of ran it like a cartel. Not gonna lie, I had people selling for me, and they would get a cut and all this stuff. So by the end of sophomore year, I had to stop because my principal said no, 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 and I made $13,000. So over the course of those 2 years, I was buying Bitcoin periodically. Now, not all of it went into Bitcoin, but most of it. I would say about 80% went into Bitcoin. So I was using local Bitcoins a couple times. I know I said one time, but I think it was like 2 or 3 because I was doing large increment chunks. And I think I had a friend help me at the time that allowed me to get the Bitcoin. So I bought between $500 and around 1,000 to 1,500. That's where I bought most of my Bitcoin at. And when the 20K bull run popped off, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't tell anybody. I couldn't tell my mom. I couldn't tell my dad. It was ridiculous. I was all alone and I didn't know what to do with all the money. I didn't know how to trade it properly. I kind of just went with the waves, so to speak, how a newer trader would do it. And I got lucky. I severely got lucky. There was no preparation and skill involved in that. It was purely I thought Bitcoin was cool. I thought it was a cool idea and I bought into it and I got lucky. And then around June of last year, maybe May or June, somewhere my March, I started getting into leverage trading. Obviously in the beginning, I was quite bad at it, but I did get lucky once again. I realized that there was so much bullishness going on. All I had to do was long. I didn't know what risk management was, so I was using way too much, and I made a whole bunch of money that I didn't quite know how to do anything with. And then once we got stuck in that consolidation up at 14K to 9K, that's when the hard point got. And I progressed my learning. I started putting my ideas out there on what I thought was going to happen in the Crypto Face Discord, and I just tried to learn as much as I could. And eventually, it got to a point where I could, you know, live stream adequately, and I don't know, just constantly talking about it, practicing it, making it my life, making it my lifestyle allowed me to learn as fast as I possibly could. But yeah, I don't I try to keep things just for my sake and your sake, because I feel like if I come on live stream and I just spout how much money I have, it doesn't really add value to what I'm talking about. I'd rather people come in and see my technical analysis ability, the ability to call targets and, set up trades rather than, hey, I got all this money, you should listen to me. It's not a good look on anybody. I mean, it all starts from a small stack. I'm telling you guys, like the amount of people that I have talked to that don't realize the exponential gains that a $500 account can create in 5 years. It's really ridiculous. All it requires is consistency, setting up your risk reward parameters and sticking to them. That's what people don't understand. It's Trading is not about winning. I guarantee you that nobody wins more than they lose. All right. Obviously, I can't guarantee that. I know there's people out there that are absolutely fantastic and don't ever make mistakes. I'm speaking to you, Seth. But me in particular, I lose all the time. I lose every single day. I get stopped out 6 times in a row. Listen, trading is about losing. If you can create a system or follow a system that allows you to lose but still be profitable, you will make money long term. It's not going to be fast cash, especially if you're starting with a small portfolio. But if you just start and don't stop, you're going to make an absolute killing off of any asset with average technical analysis skills. You just have to stay consistent. Do not let your emotions or confidence or dopamine decide what you do with your money and when. People love to talk about how to control themselves after a loss. But what really is the danger in trading is how to control yourself after you win. Because when you win, you want to keep that train going. You want the momentum to never stop. You want to keep making money. Boom, 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 boom. Trade after trade after trade. That's not the way to go. Once you make a big win, really assess the market. Is it a good time to enter? Because after these huge pumps and huge dumps, you have so many people FOMOing in or a lot of big market movers taking profit that you got this constant fluctuation. You don't know what's going on. And if you put in your trade at the wrong time with a 30x, 50x, you're done. So please slow it down, which I know is hypocritical because I just talked like I was on a lightning round on Jeopardy. All right. Just seeing from what you did today, this 200 definitely, man. We what? 6 so we basically 12x'd our account? No, no, no. Yeah, 12x. We 12x'd our account in one day. So, I mean, if we can 12x this again, I mean, that's no big deal. That's about 8,400 right there. Obviously, I'm not gonna go all in on 100x again. This was a very particular moment where that was the decision to make. It was very obvious that we were going to pump once we got past that resistance. And that's why I was more than likely going to take that type of trade. I do not promote you guys to use 100x and all that stuff. I promote good risk management. When that comes to that, it's finding the right price for you. Okay. Some people, they can take a $10,000 loss and be okay. Some people can take a $10 loss and lose their shit. You have to find out what you're willing to lose and stick to it because you need to make it so that every single time you take a trade, if you lose that trade, you will lose the same amount every single time, but have the potential to make more. That makes it so that as long as you win one trade, you can lose a couple in a row and be fine as long as you win at least one after that. That's the beauty of risk to reward trading. It is simple, it is easy, it should be stress free. All that you need to understand is that you're probably going to lose more than you win. That's just how it goes. But just keep on trucking. What do you recommend to sow? Do you mean like how much money do I recommend you put into a portfolio when you're starting off? Is that what you mean? Krypton, what's going on, buddy? Kite, good to see you, bro. Tell me about the risk management of your current awaiting short. So, essentially, I don't know why I switched to XRP. Essentially, we have a bunch of macro resistance right above us. And generally, macro resistances, I try to do about 170 bucks above in terms of stop loss. So, my stop loss is about 9,150, which is above not just one, but two macro resistances. So that's the reason why that stop loss is in that particular place. Now, if I can get an $8,900 buy in, my stop loss is about, let's see, about 3% away. And my margin, I'm using $60 out of the 750 as my margin. So I'm using a little bit less than 10% of my portfolio. And I'm willing to risk around 80% of that. Now, hold your horses. I know you're about to say, well, that's not good risk management. It's not. So the reason why is because this is a particular account that I'm trying to take $100 and turn it into 250,000 in 6 months. So that's why the risk reward ratio is a little bit skewed. Once I get to the higher numbers, like the 10,000s, then I can start doing a little bit better risk management along the way. But right now, I'm just starting out, so I have to put my balls on the line here in order to actually make some money out of this. What do you recommend to someone who is completely new to trading? I would recommend C. Nope, never mind. I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm not gonna say it, but I would recommend you go watch Crypto Revolutions. Okay, he is the person who gave me my start. He basically taught me what the hell to do. Now, obviously, what he preaches is to keep it simple. And honestly, that's all you need to do. Okay. So go to him, watch his videos. He has a $60 a month Telegram, which has tons of videos to his YouTube channel that he gives you access to that teaches you how to go from nothing to something, as well as that he posts his setups all the time. So I definitely recommend him. If you want to learn from me, I do have a one-on-one classroom. As well as that, I have a Telegram as well, which I try to give as much information so that if you're not in the one-on-ones, you can still understand. And obviously, you're free to and open to ask questions on the live stream. You can ask questions in my comments. You can message me directly on my Discord, which is linked in the description. You just need to ask. Ask somebody, and they will help you. That's all you got to do. That's what I did. Also curious to your channel too. What type of content do you post and whatnot? So I got a live stream every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the moment at around 8 p.m. EST. Tonight was a little bit different because I kind of lost track of time, but we're not going to talk about that. But mostly live streams. Every now and then I'll post a video if I feel necessary. I am trying to get a series of videos out, which I won't charge too much. I'll probably charge like 20 bucks. Just kind of the same thing that Crypto Revolutions is doing. He has a playlist of videos on really where to start, and it could be a cheaper option for people that don't want to do the one-on-ones. But obviously the one-on-ones, you get direct interaction with me. You can ask real-time questions. I can sit down, explain, show you real time. But you just need the videos. You just need the videos. Did it not update to the 29th? Because I put in the 29th. Check. It said we dropped 42% of my frames. Did anything happen on the live stream? Let's see. Go live. I put the 29th, Wednesday the 29th. Oh, it didn't update. Okay. Guess not. All right, so we'll put that in here just so when it uploads, it doesn't cause anything. Save. Boom. Thanks, Fearless. Um, Value entertainment on YouTube, very good for new investors. Not trying to take you from this site, but it gives you a very specific breakdown on money. Value entertainment on YouTube, very good for new investors. Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. Brad, what's up, Kite? What does your Telegram group offer? Mostly just Bitcoin calls. I am going to try to do more altcoins, but I'm really primarily just a Bitcoin trader. I do hold alts, but I really don't trade them unless it's daily MACD crosses. Um, Basically, you get access to a group with about 100 people so far, which you can ask any question you want. Somebody's going to answer it, probably me. If not, somebody else. And just a good group to have. You guys know my trades when I do them, all that good stuff. But like I said before, I lose all the time. So if you're going to come into my group, you need to stay consistent. That's all. Like I said, I probably lose 60% of the time, to be honest. But when I do win, I win big and it outshines my losses by thousands of percents. Let's see. Uh, Anything else I missed? What leverage? I'm on 30x leverage. So it comes out to about 82% or something roughly because it's not quite 3% stop loss. But it might look like I'm not going to be able to get that entry, to be honest, which is quite upsetting. It does look like we might try to get a triple top here, but as well, it actually might turn into maybe a bullish pennant, which is quite scary, to be honest. We just keep pumping. I would not like that. Very much would like to see a retest to the downside. Doesn't necessarily have to be all the way down to 8,000. It could be 8,300. I'll be fine with that, but I do want to see something building up a bullish divergence if we are going to continue pumping. Uh, I actually believe that if not here, about $9,800 is going to be the technical top. Reason being is if we look at this on a macro scale, not only do we have the 8-to-1 Ganfan up in that region, well, the 8-to-1 Ganfan is actually at 11,000, but the diagonal resistance coming from 20K all the way down to here, that is at about $9,700. So I do think that if we do continue pumping, that will be the technical top. If we break that, I'm actually going to get super bullish on Bitcoin. But right now, we're looking for a entry on a massive short because I am almost positive we are going to come back down and retest around 7,500, maybe even lower. Obviously, there's no time frame on that. It could be a month, it could be 2 months, who knows? But I'm pretty sure that's in the works. What do you think about Digibyte? I don't keep tabs on Digibyte. I'm sorry. It's just not one of the coins I really look at. If I can't really trade it on leverage, I mean, obviously that's contradiction to what I just said. I mostly just trade Bitcoin on leverage. I do trade Ethereum sometimes, but I don't know. I just find it so much easier to just keep track of one coin. What's that doing? What's the supports and resistances for it? God, my chart looks like a cluster right now. Jesus. Doesn't it want to test the demand line? Are you talking about on VPVR, that demand line? Because right now, based off of VPVR, the regions that we should be looking for is particularly our top resistance is probably going to be about 85, 9. Well, right now in the patch that we are in, that resistance is about 8,933. The bottom support is at about 8,581. If we do drop below 8,581, it's pretty much clean and green all the way down to about $8,000. What is your price prediction at the halvening? Low. Well, I can't say that. I don't know if the pre-halvening well, I don't know if the halvening dump is gonna come before or after. Usually, during this time, you'll see exactly what we're seeing. So what we're seeing here is reaccumulation, price rise, profit taking, dump, reaccumulation, blast off. That's what we're doing here. So that's why I'm expecting us to find a top soon. I don't necessarily think it's gonna be around the 10,000s, but we could technically go all the way up to about 10,000. If you connect all the tops from the past, that line, yeah, I mean that's at 9,700, so we could come up to that. I'm just saying, as of right now, unless I see a break of 9,150, I'm not looking towards those numbers until then. 'Cause right now, we do have a shoot ton, try not to cuss here, of resistance around this area. Let me go ahead and highlight it on this chart. You can see right here, we have 1, 2, 3, let's see, 4, 5. Let me go ahead and extend this out. Okay. So we have had 5 macro tests of this specific, this horizontal, just like this one had a 5 as well. So that's particularly a very, very strong resistance. Now, just like last night, if we break that resistance, am I going to long it? You bet your bottom dollar I am. Okay. But as of right now, the RSI does seem to need to cool off. As well as that, we have tons of bearish divergences on our MACD, and open interest does seem to want to come back up and retest for resistance. So that's the main things telling me that short is the way to go right now. We did check our XRP. We can go ahead and back to XRP and talk about it again. So XRP, sitting at a macro horizontal. You can see we tested it here, 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 and right here, and sometime back there. So that's particularly a very strong horizontal. I would be expecting one or two things to happen. Either one, we break that horizontal and we rise to about 24.2 cents. If we break that, we could go all the way up to about 26.9. Otherwise, we're going to see a rejection and we might see it fall back down to that support, probably somewhere around maybe 20 cents. I do have a Twitter. It's well, it's underscore kite. So the actual word it's underscore kite. I don't really post anything on there. I don't post when I'm going to do stuff. I I really don't use the Twitter. I don't use the Twitter. But with that being said, guys, if you guys have any more questions before I go, uh, they are welcomed. And yeah, but today was a great day. Made out like a bandit, and here's to more wins. I'm going to try my best from here on out. We got Gown fans back on the chart. We're rocking and rolling. VPVR is helping out great. So we should be kicking ass from here on out. So I appreciate it, guys. If you guys can do me a favor, support the channel. Underneath this video that you're watching right here, um, at the very top, there is a Bybit affiliate link. Okay. You don't have to use it, but if you would like to use it, it goes all directly to support the channel. Giveaways in the future of Ledger Nanos, whatever we can do, however much that account can afford, we will do. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. And yeah, I think that's it. No more closing messages. Also, no, also, I have one more thing. If you guys are in the US, make sure that whenever you connect to Bybit, you have a VPN enabled because they are starting to crack down on IPs that are in the US if you do not have a VPN. So I recommend that if you're using Bybit from your phone, you download a VPN on your phone and turn off the cellular data, cellular, I can't say it, your phone data while you're using Bybit just as a precaution. Otherwise, they will ban your account. They'll give you a month to get your coins off, which is more than generous, more than generous. So I can't really fault them for that. Obviously, we're not supposed to be on there in the first place, but if you guys are using it, make sure you do that. Don't get banned. But if you guys do get banned, you guys have to make a new account. I bid affiliate link. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll start saying goodbye now. Crippler, thank you very much, man. Never settles. Great to see you once again. I appreciate it. Fishy, what's going on? Oh, you guys want to say hi to Fish? It's been a while. We'll say hi to Fish. Hey, hello. Oh, you are so pudgy. He looks like a grumpy old man. Okay, you can go sit back down. I've been getting him on a food schedule as well, and it's helped tremendously in kind of his behavior because now he's established that I am his caretaker, not just a roommate that we share a room. It's been helping out a lot. But all right, John, have a great day, man. Andrew, Brofist, uh, that guy, I appreciate it, man. Peace out, buddy. All right, guys, I'll see you on Friday. Check me out on the Telegram, and have a good time. Good luck trading. Anna, have a good night. All right, guys. I appreciate it. We're actually gonna put a song on this time. I've been trying to shy away from stuff just because I don't want copyright anymore, but it's fine. It's fine. So let me go ahead and hook that up. We'll get this going to B2. Yep, B2. All right, guys. Let me go ahead and switch it. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, yeah. It's Jay Zach. Check it. I got some things that keep on running through my mental. Like, why you keep on complicating life? This shit is simple. Break it down, let me tell you the essentials. Write a rap, record, and document so it's official. Law 1. Doesn't matter black, white, brown, rich, gay, straight, poor. You gon' end up in the ground, about 6 feet down. You might live till you 100. Or you might never make it out to see it past your 20s. Slow it down, son, I know the world is fast-paced. That's why I'm out here trying to live it like my last day too. Can't express this one any clearer. You could lie to the world, but not the man in the mirror. So keep it real with yourself. I'm watching people plummet cause they dumb and never keep it 100. Number 3, every man and woman gotta eat. Don't be ashamed by what you do to get your money every week. I don't care if you a nurse or a blue collar work, or you doing overnights up at McDonald's flipping burgers. Number 4, always take care of your core. Talking family and your friends, loved ones you adore. It's law 5. Be good to your body and mind. Treat it right, cause that's the only way you survive. All the pills, coke, dope, smoke, fast food, no joke. Alcohol will kill you, leave your body dry with no hope. 6, I won't lie, this one is a challenge, but everything you do in life is all about balance. Man, too much of anything is not a good thing. So be careful what you doing, what it could bring. Number 7 isn't easy, but I swear it needs to happen. Cut the people out in life that only causing you distractions. I don't give a fuck if it be friends or it be family. All that energy that's negative is nothing but a cancer. Number 8, I'ma go and tell you it's straight. Being insecure is your main reason for hate. Number 9, what a time to be alive. Don't forget it, it's a blessing that you open up your eyes every morning. It's important just to know it, never shake it off. Number 10, take it all with a grain of salt. Even what I said, form your own opinion and get it through your head. No one's got the answer, we just learning as we live. No one gave me shit, I had to teach myself to give. No one gave me shit, I had to teach myself to give. 10 laws.